Release the prayer hands. Bring the hands on either side or back, just opening them up, spreading the fingertips long with the arms alongside the ears. That was my bad. I wasn't in the present moment. And now you can tuck the toes, lift the sit bones up, and come into a downward facing dog. Engaging your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. If you would not like any hands-on assist tonight, just raise a leg and down dog, or any Urban Sadhu creams, raise a leg and down dog. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, exhale 6. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, exhale 8. Inhale, exhale 9. Inhale, exhale 10. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Look at the windows. Exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Pull in at the core though, not just sticking your booty up in the air. Yeah, there, that's better. Inhale, exhale 6. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, exhale 8. Inhale, exhale 9. Inhale, exhale, seat up and back, downward facing dog. These are a little too wide, so just feet are hips width distance apart. Now slowly soften the knees, walk the feet forward till the toes come 6 to 8 inches behind the wrist creases. And then exhale, folding over straight legs, moving the blocks up to any height that you need them. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Now keeping the torso folded forward, just bring the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers. And then extend the arms and see if you can move the arms away from the torso. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Bring the hands back alongside the sacrum. And then inhale, keeping the legs straight, keeping the torso and the spine straight. Lift up halfway, look at the windows. And then lift the torso all the way up. You can arch back slightly. And then come to stand up tall. Take the arms alongside the ears, interlace the fingers, and turn the palms to face up toward the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend, stretch to the left. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale back to center. And then bend the right elbow. Take the right elbow with the left hand and just give the tricep a nice little stretch. Inhale, exhale 1, and inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. So try not to just puff and arch back. It's easy, right? But we're still keeping the rib cage in, tucking the tailbone toward the pubic bone, and just getting that stretch right here. Everything else is Tadasana. And now you can release the right elbow, interlace the fingers again above the head, turn the palms to face up again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend, stretch over to the right. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. So pull this tailbone in toward the pubic bone a little bit more. See if you can go to the side more. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale back to center. And then bending the left elbow, grabbing the left elbow with the right hand, and just giving that tricep another little stretch. Again, everything else is in Tadasana. Gaze is at the horizon. No grimaces on your face. We're just getting started. And then you can release the left elbow. Bring both hands down alongside the body. Heel toe the feet as wide as the mat. Toes point out slightly. And then exhale, bring the sit bones down, coming into a yogi squat. Hands come in heart center for 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Sit bones are reaching down, but the top of the head is reaching up toward the ceiling, toward that reunification with the higher self. If it were up there, I don't know. Inhale, exhale 6. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, exhale 8. Inhale, exhale 9. Inhale, exhale, place the hands on the ground, come to sit down, extend the legs out, bend the right knee into the chest, place the right foot on the outside of the left knee, inhale, lift the left arm up, exhale, twist over to the right, inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2. So try to sit up tall, grounding down in the sit bones. Top of the head is still reaching toward the ceiling, even as you're twisting to the right a little bit. Yeah. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Extend the right leg, bend the left knee. Place the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, twist over to the left. Remember to pull those right toes back so you're keeping the right leg engaged as you're looking over the left shoulder, grounding down to still lift the energy up. Exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale back to center. Extend the left leg next to the right. Bend both knees. Place the feet on the ground, hips width distance apart. Where the knees were, fingertips 6 to 8 inches behind the sit bones. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, bring the head back with control for 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Really squeeze those abductors and lift those hips. 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, come down. And set up for a little chanting. You can open the chant books to page 39. So we'll chant from page 39, number 1, and then we'll turn over and we'll chant 1.13. Okay? All right. Sitting up tall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Inhale for Om. 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 Atta. Together. Atta. Yoga. Yoga. Anushasanam. Anushasanam. So now when we put it together, We'll only say one of the A's between yoga and nushasanam. Put those two words together as if they were one. Atta yoga nushasanam. Together. Atta yoga nushasanam. Again, we'll do that together. Atta yoga nushasanam. One more time. Atta yoga nushasanam. And now we'll turn over to the next page and let's look at 1.13. Tatra, tatra, shtitau, shtitau, yatna, yatna, abhyasa, abhyasa, tatra, shtitau, yatnau, abhyasa. Together. Tatra, shtitau, yatna, abhyasa. Together again. Tatra, shtitau, yatna, abhyasa. One more time. Tatra, shtitau, yatna, abhyasa. Om. So if we look at the interpretation, Atta Yoga Nushasanam, now is the time for the teachings of yoga as I have observed. And that's from Master Patanjali as he starts his Yoga Sutras. And then if we look at the translation for 1.13, practice is the effort to remain in the present moment. And actually, I had meant to bring my Light on the Yoga Sutras book by Iyengar, but because I was not in the present moment and dealing with a work email before I left, I didn't bring it with me, right? And I think, you know, this, like I was saying earlier, right? This music outside is like a nice, it's actually a helper in the sense that like we've got all this extra stimuli outside, right? Different music than we're used to practicing with yoga. Doesn't mean, you know, anything. Obviously, there are some types of music that aid in our practice, but not necessarily. And so what Master Patanjali is saying here is now, right now, in the present moment. If it was that time yesterday, great. All of this time leading up to now, not thinking about tomorrow, but right now, paying attention, being in that present moment, and taking notice, that analysis, that abhyasa of what you're doing, right, of that concentration. Often, like I was just saying, right? I mean, we've all been there with like a work thing, right? I was like, all of a sudden the client emailed and it was, you know, 5:05. And I was like, of course, I've been asking them for this all week long. And here they are, right? And then my leadership team. And so I'm getting nervous, right? There's so much stimuli. I'm responding to the emails as quick as I can. I'm trying to get here and not be a frazzled mess, right? I share this with you, like we all know how this happens. But I'm just saying that, right? Like it's still important even in those moments to still stay concentrated, right? That's what this practice is teaching us, whether it's the asana practice or whether it's our meditation, our dharana, right? As part of our 8 limbs to concentrate. And it's in that present moment that we can be true to that analysis of our journey of our practice. So something to keep in mind as we practice tonight, share this time together, and in everything off the mat, because that's what our yoga asana practice is trying to teach us, how to pay attention off the mat. So you can fold up the chant books, move them off to the side. Come stand at the top of the mat. Bring the prayer hands together. Bow the head, close the eyes. Set a higher intention for the practice this evening. Perhaps it is just, making an honest effort to pay attention during the practice tonight. And then on the inhale, lift the prayer hands up overhead. See the prayer, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hands on either side of the feet or blocks. Inhale, look up, prepare. Exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. On the inhale, step or hop the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. On the inhale, with straight legs, lift the torso and lift the prayer hands up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. So take a look. Are you standing in between your blocks at the top of the mat? Are your big toes and heels together? If they're not, bring them together so the right and left side know what they're doing. All right, this time around, pay attention to the sequence of events, because then after this round, you'll do your Ashtanga A Surya Namaskar by yourself. So inhale, bring the prayer hands up overhead. See the prayer, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, prepare. Exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. On the inhale, step or hop the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, with straight legs, lift the torso, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. Okay, one time on your own. Go ahead, inhale. Beautiful. All right, with straight legs, hook the thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, clasp the hands behind the back, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place the hands down next to the feet, step the right foot back to a lunge, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward to cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward, lunge, look forward. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, clasp the hands behind the back, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place the hands down next to the feet, step the left foot back to a lunge, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward to cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, lunge. Exhale, right foot comes to meet left, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. Again, inhale, hook the thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, clasp the hands behind the back, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place the hands down next to the feet, step the right foot back to a lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward to cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, lunge. Exhale, left foot comes to meet right, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, clasp the hands behind the back, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hands down next to feet, step the left foot back to a lunge, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, lunge, look forward. Exhale, right foot comes to meet left, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. Now step the feet hips width distance apart. Bring the hands to the sacrum. The thumbs can come in toward the sacrum, elbows pull toward each other. Inhale, arch back. Exhale. Here, keep the back flat. You can bend the knees to fold forward and grab the big toes in yogi toe lock. So, and turn outwardly, rotate your arms, not your feet, but you've got an inward rotation of your shoulders, and I want you to have an outward rotation of your shoulders. Turn your hands around. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen the legs. Exhale, fold over the legs, trying to pull the torso closer to the thighs, keeping the spine straight. Elbows come out to the side for 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Move it forward a little bit. Exhale, 4. Good. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, look up, lengthen. You can soften the knees. And then place the hands in front of the feet, releasing the toes. Now lifting the feet up, toes come up, bring the palms of the hands underneath the feet so that the toes come into the wrist creases. Yay. You might have to bend your knees a lot. That's cool. Inhale, look up, lengthen the spine, start to extend the legs. And then exhale, fold over the legs, trying to keep a straight spine. As you try to extend the legs, elbows still are coming out to the side for 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, release the hands from underneath the feet. Exhale, place the palms on the ground in front of the toes. Now bring the hands back to the hips. Here with straight legs, hinge at the hips, lift the torso, arch back. Exhale, come to stand up. And you can step or jump your feet together, coming into Tadasana. Inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, open the right knee out to the side. Place the sole of the right foot on the inside of the left thigh, calf, or on the ground. Bring the hands together in prayer. Now, you can stay here if that's where your balance is today. Otherwise, bring the hands up overhead. Open the tree branches. Let the right arm float down onto the right thigh. Maybe the forearm even starts to come onto the thigh. Inhale, lengthen the left side. And exhale, side bend stretch over toward the right. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Nice, Iris. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso, lift the right arm back up, bring those tree branches back together. I always feel like I dream of Jeannie. Then bring the hands together in prayer and heart center. Bring the right knee forward, give it a hug. Again, make sure that the sacrum is even on both sides. Place the right foot down on the ground. Shake it out. Inhale, lift the left knee in toward the chest. But again, make sure that you're not hiking that hip up, right? They're even with each other. And then open the knee out to the side and place the sole of the foot inside the thigh, calf, or ankle. This side in balance might be a little different. Prayer hands come to heart center. And then once you found your balance, lift the arms up. Exhale, now let the left arm float down to the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen the right side. Exhale, side bend stretch over toward the left. And again, not mandatory, but the forearm can come onto the thigh for 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3, and try not to look down. Everybody, don't look at the ground, because then you're bringing your balance forward rather than at something on the eyes horizon. Inhale, lift the torso back up. Prayer hands come overhead. Bring the prayer hands together in heart center. Turn the left knee forward. Give it a hug without hiking up the hip. And then exhale, place the foot next to the right. Tadasana, mountain seat. Step or hop the feet as wide as the mat, facing the blanket side of the room. Feet are parallel to each other or even turned in a little bit. Hold the arms out to the sides and see if your ankles are underneath your wrists, so you know you've got the right measurement in between the legs. Now you can bring the hands to the hips. Again, elbows are coming toward each other. Thumbs can come toward the sacrum. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, fold forward. Now the hands can come to the ground. They can come to blocks. Try not to let all of the weight sit back in the heels. Shift a little bit of weight into the front of the foot. And then see if you can walk the hands back so the fingertips come in line with the toes. Again, you can use blocks here. So yeah, use the blocks so that you're not hurting your fingers. And then if you can bring the top of the head to the ground, beautiful. If not, that's okay. And if the top of your head is on the ground and you'd like to practice a tripod headstand, go ahead. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. If you're in tripod, open the legs back up. Bring them back down to the ground. And now walk the hands forward a little bit. Lift the head. Bring the hands back toward the hips. And then inhale, lift the torso up and arch back. Exhale, come to stand upright. Now turn the right toes toward the front edge of the mat. Lift the arms up parallel to the ground. Chest and hips are still open to the blanket side of the room. Inhale, reach toward the windows. Exhale, place the right hand on the right shin. Lift the left arm up, coming into Trikonasana. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Exhale, bend the right knee, warrior two. Inhale, exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. Inhale, exhale three. Inhale, now keep the right knee bent, reach toward the windows a little bit, so kind of like you are surfing, and then bring the left arm alongside the back body and lift the right arm alongside the ear, coming into a reverse warrior one. Inhale, exhale two. Try to still bend that right knee. Exhale three. Inhale, now extend the right leg and stay in a reverse trikonasana. Exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. Inhale, exhale three. Inhale, lift the torso up, arms come parallel to the ground. Exhale, bend the right knee, bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot on a block. Bring the left arm alongside the ear, looking into the left palm. Inhale, exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. So you're keeping the chest open toward the blanket side of the room. The spiral's coming from the left fingertip all the way to the back of the left foot. Exhale four. Inhale, exhale five. Inhale, bring the left hand down to the ground. Come onto the ball of the left foot. Exhale, extend the right leg, hop the left foot in till the heel comes down on the ground. Now bring the hands to the hips, elbows point up toward the sky, keeping the legs straight, keeping the torso straight. Inhale, lift up and arch back. Exhale, come to stand up tall. Interlace the fingers behind the back. See if you can extend the arms. Inhale, arch back again, and then exhale, fold forward, trying to move the arms away from the torso if it's possible, just to get a shoulder stretch. Inhale, exhale one, inhale, exhale two, inhale, exhale three, inhale, exhale four, inhale, exhale five. Inhale, grounding down in the feet, lift the torso up and arch back. And then exhale, release the hands coming alongside the body. Now bring the right hand to the right hip. Lift the left arm alongside the ear. Inhale, fold forward halfway. The left arm is reaching toward the windows. That right hip is pulling back. Good. Inhale, lengthen toward the windows once more, and then exhale, place that left hand on the outside of the right foot on the floor or a block. Pull that right hip back, and then see if you can lift the right arm up, coming into revolved triangle for one. Inhale, exhale two. Inhale, looking up at the right thumb. Exhale three. Inhale, exhale four. Inhale, exhale five. Inhale, try to come up the way that you came back into it. So bring the right hand back to the hip, bring the left arm alongside the ear, lift the torso up, and then exhale, step the left foot next to the right, coming into Tadasana, mountain seat. And now step or hop the feet as wide as the mat, facing the other side of the room. Take your blocks with you if you needed them on the other side. Feet are parallel. Again, hold the arms out to the side. See if the ankles are underneath the wrists. Bring the hands to the back. Elbows come toward each other. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, fold forward. Trying to bring the hands to the ground. This time, grab the big toes in yogi toe lock if you're able to, or you can bring the blocks underneath your hands. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, exhale one. Inhale, exhale two. Inhale, exhale three. Inhale, exhale four. Inhale, exhale five. Release the hands from the toes, bring the hands back onto the mat, And then bring the hands onto the sacrum again behind you with the elbows pointing toward each other. Inhale, lift the torso up and arch back. Exhale, come to stand up tall. Now turn the left toes toward the front edge of the mat. The arms come parallel to the ground. Chest and hips are open toward the side of the room. Inhale, shift the hips all the way back, reach for the windows. Exhale, place the left hand on the left shin. Right arm comes up, Trikonasana. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. Make sure that left knee is tracking over the left big toe. Exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Now inhale, reach forward toward the windows, surfing a little bit, and then bring the right hand alongside the back body. Bring the left arm over the ear, looking into the left palm for reverse warrior. Still trying to feel, paying attention. Is that left knee tracking over the left big toe for 2? Inhale, exhale 3. Keeping the torso where it is. Inhale, extend the left knee. Exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, lift the torso up, arms come parallel to the ground. Exhale, bend the left knee, bring the left hand outside the left foot on the floor or a block. Bring the right arm alongside the ear, looking into the right palm for 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, bring the right hand down, frame the front foot, come onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, extend the left leg, hop the right foot in till the heel comes down on the ground. Now grounding down in the feet, bringing the hands to the hips, elbows come toward each other. Inhale, lift the torso and arch back. Exhale, lift the torso upright. Interlace the fingers behind the back, trying to bring the shoulder blades closer together. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, trying to keep the spine straight, moving the arms away from the torso for 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso up, arching back. Exhale, release the arms by the side. Now bring the left hand to the hip, bring the right arm alongside the ear, pull that left hip back. Inhale, fold forward halfway. Exhale, still shift that left hip back. Inhale, reach a little bit more forward with the right hand, and then exhale, place the right hand on the outside of the left foot on the floor or a block. Still pulling that left hip back, and then seeing if you can lift the left arm up and looking at the left thumb for 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, try to come back the way that you came. So bring the left hand back to the hip. Lift the right arm alongside the ear. Lift the torso up. And then exhale, step the right foot next to the left. Arms come alongside the body for Tadasana. Step back about halfway into your mat. And then you can bring the big toes and heels to touch again. Inhale. Bring the hands together in prayer and heart center, and then lift the heels up off the ground, coming into tiptoe asana for 1. Try to see if you can squeeze those heels together so they're not so shaky. 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, Exhale, 5. Now bending the knees, we'll take 5 breaths to bring the sit bones down toward the heels, trying to keep the heels raised. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Nice. Now you can open the knees out and place the hands on the ground in front of your feet, setting up for Bakasana or crow. So if you want to put your hands on blocks, but remember, when you're going to bend your elbows, they're not going to come out to the side. You're tucking them in as if you're in a chaturanga. And now you're bringing the knees onto the triceps or into the armpits. And then you're coming forward. Maybe you take one foot off the ground, maybe the other one. Exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at all that air time you got there. Okay, we're going to try and shoot our legs through our hands. So if you want to put your hands on blocks for this one, you can try that. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. On the inhale, shoot the legs through the hands and come and sit down. Yeah, nice. Okay. Now, legs are straight out in front of you, right? Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Here you can keep the left leg extended, or you can bend the left knee and bring that left heel around to the right sit bone, up to you. Setting up for Adva Matsyendrasana. Inhale, lift the left arm alongside the ear. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, exhale, 1. Make sure you're grounding down in that right sit bone as well as your left sit bone. Exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, Agni Stambhasana, so stack. So now you do have to bend the left knee. If it wasn't, left shin comes parallel to the front edge of the mat. Right shin comes on top of it. Ankle over knee, knee over ankle. Dorsal flex the feet. Toes pull back toward each other. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, walk the hands back, lift the torso up. And now we'll come into Gomukhasana. So a couple ways that you can come into this. I like this way where you kind of walk the hands forward a little bit. You bring the knees so that they're stacked right in front of left. And then you try, so well, you might need like a block or something underneath your hips, but you can try to sit back in between the feet with the knees stacked on top of each other. Or maybe 2 blocks. If you've got, one thing that I just want to make a note of is it is a little tough on the knee joint, right? Like, unless it's super open and flexible, like you guys are heated up, I'm not, I can even feel it. If you've kind of got this thing going on here a little bit, what I might suggest is you still try to sit on a block or a blanket so that you're protecting the knee joint. And then what you want to do is try to have the heels about equidistant from each of the sit bones. So it's not like you got one out here and one all the way bent here. Try to keep them equidistant, okay? We can try the arms here. So you have a belt nearby, but basically you'll take the right arm and bend it so that right arm comes alongside the ear, and then you bend the elbow. You can even kind of guide it a little bit. That might help. And then you take this left arm, the hand faces out, and you try to see if you can interlace the fingers, or you can hold on to your shirt, or you can use your belt. See if you can, Arzina, just lift the head up instead of, so one thing you don't want to do, right, is kind of like use that elbow to tip your head forward. Still want that top of that head to reach. That's much better. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. You're trying to lean forward. Chin is coming toward, like, beyond your knee, but you are where you are, so that's okay. Exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso up, release the hands, bring them next to the sit bones, and then if you need to use your hands to just help guide your legs, you can just put those legs back out in front of you and give them a little shake. And then we'll do the other side. So bend the left knee, left foot on the outside of the right knee, lift the right arm alongside the ear. And then if you did so on the other side, just keep it even with whatever you did. So if you want to bend the right knee and bring that right heel toward the sit bone, inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, Agni Stambhasana. So now the right shin will come parallel to the front edge of the mat, and the left shin will come on top of it, trying to stack the ankle over the knee and the knee over the ankle, pulling the toes back toward each other. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, walk the hands back, lift the torso, and then we'll come into Gomukhasana on this side. So again, you can tip forward a little bit so you get the knees closer together. Each side is a little different based on how open your piriformis is, but if you needed a block on the other side, you can try using a block on this side too, as you then sit back. So the other leg's going to be in the front, Will. So your left leg is in the front now, unless you had it the other way before. And then come to sit in the middle of both of your heels. And then if your knees are kind of separated, try to see if you can sit on a block or a blanket. We'll do the arm variation, so you can bring the left arm alongside the ear, and even if you want to bend the left elbow and kind of guide it back a little bit more, and then bring the right arm behind you, palm faces out, trying to interlace the fingers. Again, same thing here. Try not to tip the head forward with the arm. Good. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold forward with control, paying attention. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso up, release the hands with control, and then We'll extend the legs out in front of us. If you need to take the blocks or anything out from underneath you, go ahead. And then extend the legs back out in front of you and shake them out. Now, just be cognizant of your neighbor, but we'll open our legs into a wide straddle. Dorsal flex the feet, toes point up toward the ceiling. Try to stay on the sit bones, not sinking back into the sacrum. Now you can hold the toes in yogi toe lock or walk the hands forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold forward. Trying to keep the spine straight rather than dunking the head toward the ground. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso. Now bend the left knee, bringing the left heel toward the center line. So your right leg is extended out. The other one will. So you're going to bend your left knee. Left heel comes in toward the center line. Okay. Now bring the right forearm inside the right leg with the palm facing up. And now you'll bring the left arm alongside the ear. Right toes are pointing up toward the ceiling. And then you're trying to reach for the right big toe. If that ain't happening unless you're completely collapsing, then just bend the left elbow and try to reach around to the right earlobe so that you can still keep the chest open. The point of the asana is not to touch your toe, but rather to get a nice side stretch in the left side of the body here. Exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Grounding down in the right forearm, lift the torso up. And now extend the left leg out in front of you. Take the right leg. You can bend the knee into the chest. And then see if you can make a figure 4 like this. Okay. And then you can just take the right knee and then bring the left foot on the inside of the left elbow crease. And the right knee comes inside the right elbow crease. And then, now I know sometimes we'll stay here and then we'll be like, rock it like a baby. It's fine, but just take for a moment, right? Sometimes I notice when I do that, like I'm just kind of doing it out of a habit and I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. And then I'm like making this movement that kind of takes me away from what, is going on in the room, what the teacher is saying. So just hold here for a minute, right? This is doing the same thing. It's still lubricating the hip joint a bit. Still try to sit up tall and stay on those sit bones. And now we'll move into compass. So you have a belt there, which you can take if depending on if you need it, just kind of wrap it around the foot that you have up here. Or you can reach around and grab the outside of the right foot with the left hand. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that right now, but you thread the right arm. Okay, so we got our leg here like this. We'll take it one step at a time. Either take the belt and put it around and then grab it with your left hand. Yep. Or take the left hand and grab the outside of the right foot. Try the belt. And then, if you need it. Now thread the right arm underneath that right leg and then ground down in the right hand. Okay. And then you're going to lift that right arm up and try to look under the left shoulder, keeping that right hand on the ground to ground down. And just breathe. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3. So why not use the belts? Exhale 4, inhale, exhale 5. Okay, now release the belt, release the foot. We're going to try a little hand balance here. If you want to put your hands on blocks, you can do that. But if you've got the legs still kind of like over top of your shoulder, put the hands on the ground so the fingertips are pointing toward the front edge of the mat. They're going to be wider than if you were in a chaturanga, but not like airplane arms or anything, right? And then you're going to take the left foot, either way for the cross is fine, and then tilt forward and see if you can extend the legs. The elbows are still trying to move in toward each other. You can do it. Put the hands on blocks. And then when you're there and you want to come back and just sit down for a second, just sit back down and untangle the legs. Now bend the elbows back, right? And then that, I mean, even if you just try to lift the hips up a little bit, right? Maybe not tip all the way forward, but there you go. Good for you. Okay. All right, and then extend the legs out and then bring the legs back into a wide straddle. We get to do the other side. And we'll do another forward fold first. So grab the big toes in yogi toe lock. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso. Now bend the right knee, bring the right heel in toward the center line. Bring the left arm on the inside of the left leg. Try to get that forearm on the ground. If it's not reaching the ground to ground down, then just put the hand on the ground, or you can use a block. I like that too, very much. Good. And then inhale, bring the right arm alongside the ear. Either you're trying to grab the left big toe, or reach around the back of the head to the left ear. Again, the impetus of the asana is not to reach the left big toe, but rather to get a side stretch all through the right side of the body now, keeping the chest open, and then even looking up to the right. Exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, exhale 5, inhale, lift the torso up, lift the arms, extend. I mean, you can extend the legs back out and then bring them together. This time, bend the left knee into the chest. And then come onto the sit bones, right? Make sure that you're on your sit bones. Really feel them, those pointy bones inside your glutes, grounding down. And then take the left foot. You can make a figure 4 first, so you guide the knee in the right direction. And then see if you can lift it up to hold it like a baby with the left knee inside the left elbow, the left foot inside the right. And again here, finding the sit bones, sitting up so we're not on the sacrum. Yeah, just taking a moment here, paying attention. We know what's happening next. And then option to either grab the outside of the left foot with the left hand as you thread the left arm underneath the left leg, and then extend and look under the right shoulder. Or if you need to, that's where you take the belt, you wrap the belt around the foot, grab it with your right hand. So the belt is around the left foot, grabbing it with the right hand. The left arm comes underneath, And then you're looking under the right shoulder. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. All right, release the foot or the belt. Keeping that left arm threaded underneath. We're going to try that hand balance again. So if it wasn't like, immediate that you just like did it, maybe try the blocks underneath the hands. You want to try them, Iris, or were you okay? Yeah? Here. And even see if you can lift the hips up. Good, Will. Good. And then tip forward. Good. And then try for 5 breaths. That's perfect, Iris. And then you can come sit back down. It's a little play at the same time. Good, everybody. And then extend the legs out. Shake the legs out. Good. Now dorsal flex the feet, toes pointing and trying to reach back toward you. Again, find those sit bones. So not chilling back here. Netflix and chill is going to happen in about an hour, but until then, sitting up tall. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward over the legs for Paschimottanasana. Okay. Try sitting, just putting your sit bones on the edge of this blanket. So not all the way back. Scoot forward a little bit so that your sit bones are on the edge of the blanket. That's better. Now see if you can fold forward. Here you go. And try to really lengthen up out of here as you fold forward. Look at your toes instead of there so that you keep the back flat. I mean, next week when your torso's on your legs, then you can fold the head forward. But for now, this really keeps the length so you don't sit back here. All those little tiny things that we have to pay attention to. Oh, move half a centimeter forward on your sit bones, right? This is, there's always those little accommodations that you're making, little assessments, little analysis. And every day it's different. No matter how many times you do a downward facing dog, every day I find a new thing that I'm like, oof, that feels different, something to explore. Inhale, lift the torso. Bring the fingertips 6 to 8 inches behind the sit bones. Point the toes. On the inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, bring the head back. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, come down. Now bend the knees, place the feet on the ground, hips width distance apart. If you need to scoot forward a little bit, do that because then we're going to lie on the back. So move the blanket out from behind you and come to lie on the back. Feet stay hips width distance apart. Bend with the knees bent. Tickle the heels with the fingertips. Toes are pointing toward the front edge of the mat. And they're only hips width distance apart, not as wide as your mat. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Inhale, press into the feet and lift the hips. Exhale, bring the shoulder blades closer together and interlace the fingers underneath the back for 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands, come down. Extend the legs, bring the left arm alongside the ear and roll over onto the abdomen. You'll be facing the back of the room, but that's okay. Keep the legs together, tops of the feet on the ground. Bring the hands next to the chest. On the inhale, lift the head, the shoulders, and the hands up for cobra. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Tops of the feet stay on the ground for cobra. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Rock the hips from side to side. Forehead comes back to center. Reach around, grab the outside of the feet or the ankles. On the inhale, press the feet into the hands and lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, release the legs, come down. Rock the hips from side to side. One more Dhanurasana. Bring the forehead back to center. Reach around. Grab the outside of the feet or the ankles. On the inhale, press the feet into the hands and lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Rock the hips from side to side. Bring the left arm alongside the ear, roll over back onto the back. And then preparing for 3 Urdhva Dhanurasanas, or you have an option to do another half bridge like we did just a few asanas ago, or supported half bridge with the block underneath the sacrum. So hands and feet in place. On the inhale, press into the hands, press into the feet, lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin, come down. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Squeeze this block, don't let it go. Nope, hold on, open for a little. Yeah, there you go. Keep the feet pointed toward the front edges of the mat. Second Urdhva Dhanurasana. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin, come down. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Last one, hands and feet in place. Inhale, lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, come down. I can give the knees a hug. Making circles with the sacrum. And then bringing the knees over to the left side, knees come in line with navel, looking over the right shoulder. Then bring the knees back to center, give them a hug. Bring the knees over to the right side, knees in line with navel, and look over the left shoulder. This song, if you can hear it, is Sthira Sukham Asanam, The connection to the earth should be steady and happy. That's like from another yoga sutra from Patanjali. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. And then you can rock and roll right into Halasana for shoulder stand. You can rock and roll over to the wall for L shape. Or you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees come out to the side, lying back, Supta Baddha Konasana. As part of our exploration of the month, this month, we're also talking about the concept of vairagya, or non-attachment. So as much as we're paying attention to the little details on the path, right? The abhyasa, the sadhana, we're being in the present moment, in the now. We're practicing those things. Sometimes it can become, right, the yogi strikes the balance between paying attention, figuring out what's going on, having that awareness without being attached to the outcome of it, right? I'm paying attention to where my fingers are grounded down into the earth as I do downward facing dog. And I'm trying to remember from day to day how that's fluctuating, looking at why, but without becoming attached to some accomplishment associated with the downward facing dog, right? Which is really the crux. There's no easy answer to how to strike that balance, but it's an important part and concept that Master Patanjali talks about in his Yoga Sutras that Austin's asking us to explore as part of the exploration of the month. If you're still in shoulder stand, hinge at the hips, bring the toes behind the head. Coming into Halasana, if the toes reach the ground behind the head, you can release the hands from the back. And if they don't, then just bring the knees toward the forehead and keep the hands on the back for support. And then if you're in Halasana, you can bring the knees around the ears and see if you can bring the fingertips inside the knee creases or give the thighs a hug. And then if you're in Karnapadasana, bring the arms behind you and then roll down one vertebrae at a time, bringing the legs down last with control. Then if you used a blanket or anything, for shoulder stand, just move that out of the way. Beth, if you'd like to join us in Matsyasana, just roll to one side. And then lying flat on the back, tucking the elbows in, palms face up. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, bring the top of the head back onto the ground for one. So come tuck your chin just for a moment so you can extend the legs out, point the toes, and now puff up the chest and come to the top of the head. Inhale, exhale, tuck the chin, come to lie flat on the back, and then rolling back over, coming into a child seat. Again, staying in that child seat for a moment, remembering the beginning of class with our forehead or our third eye on the mat, taking that moment. The arms are alongside the ears. And then we'll move into our headstand practice. I don't know another word to use, but turn the palms to face up. Interlace the fingers together. Bring the forearms a bit closer together so you have a nice sturdy foundation. Bring the wrist creases together. If you want to go to the wall, you can go to the wall. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips, walk the feet forward. Bend one knee into the chest, bend the other knee into the chest. Is that going to hurt your head, Will, over there? You want your mat? Are you sure? Okay. A brave yogi. Try to push the ground away so you don't sink into the back of your neck, because what you're kind of doing, which is like you're compensating for your tight hamstrings, but you're like sinking back in here. So really try to use this to push the ground away so that you keep this straight. Yeah. That's much better. Now, can you walk your feet forward at all? Good. That's good. That looked, yeah. You can try from there. It's just a little hard because your legs are so far away. You can try to bend one knee in toward the center line and try to tip forward, but then don't sacrifice the integrity of this, right? As you're building that strength and working on the flexibility, that will come. So that's the thing that you want to focus on. And then if you want to try and bend one knee, bend the other one, tip forward a little bit. It is a little harder when your legs are. Yeah. I know, it's like such a balance. So, yeah, your quad. Yeah. Oh, their hamstring. Yeah. Tuck your ribs in. Yeah. Good. And now pull your legs back. Good. All right. If you're still in headstand, bring the legs down and rest in child seat. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. And then making your way into Shavasana. Letting go of your Ujjayi Pranayama, your Mula Bandha. If you need a blanket or a prop or anything, set that up. And then just rest into the mat.
Gently start to deepen the breath, bringing movement back into the body, wiggling the fingers and the toes, making circles with the ankles and the wrists, stretching the arms in one direction, the legs in another, and rolling onto the right side, coming into a fetal position. And then making your way to a comfortable seat for a few moments of meditation practice. Committing to that seat, finding stillness. Deep full breaths in through the nose, deep full breaths out. Close the eyes and draw the senses inward, focusing the mind. If you need something to focus the mind on the inhale, silently say to yourself, Om. And on the exhale, silently say to yourself, Om. Bringing the hands together in prayer and heart center, bowing the head, giving thanks and praise for the teachers and teachings of the past, teachers and teachings of the present, and those that have yet to be revealed to us. Om Bolo Satguru Bhagavan Ki. Thank you.